Of course he is. Our next guest is all that and a bag of chips. He's an athlete, a chemist, an engineer, and an astronaut, or / rocket man. He is here with his new National Geographic series, One Strange Rock. Yep, that's planet Earth. Please welcome mission specialist Leland Melvin.
So this is, we can officially say he's an astronaut because we joke.
We tease people all the time when they come on with a list of credits. I always put at the end "and astronaut" as a punchline, as a joke.
But this is not a joke.
But it's serious. You really are an astronaut. You're a rocket man. Amongst all the hats that you have worn, of all the other astronauts that have served, there's one hat that they can never wear that you have worn, and that is an NFL football helmet.
To catch a pass in the NFL and in space.
Wow.
No one else has done that.
No one else has done that. How did you make the leap, if you will? I mean,
literally.
I mean,
well, it's both teamwork. I mean, they're both, working on highly charged teams, and I think, all my work in the NFL got me ready for working on a higher level team in space.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a common, people don't say, people who are astronauts are usually, I'd say scientists and those type of ilk, and suddenly you're, well, I was in the NFL, now I'm an astronaut. I mean, how do you go from there to there? Did you apply for a job?
Well, actually, it's an application you fill out.
It is?
It's a government application you fill out, and my friend gave it to me. He said, you'd be a great astronaut. I was like, yeah, right, and I threw it down. My other friend applied, and he got in. I said, if that knucklehead can get in, I can get in. So I applied the next election, and I got in.
I mean,
he went out for a pass and he took a left at NASA and then he caught the ball there.
He's still floating somewhere out in space. Another guy we're looking for. Wow. So the series really is. You're one of 8 other astronauts on the show. This is really fascinating. It's executive produced by filmmaker Darren Aronofsky, who's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Will Smith is the host. This is something else. This series. Can you tell us exactly what it's about? I mean, obviously it's about our planet.
Right. But One Strange Rock, I think of, we are the only rock in our universe that we know of that has intelligent life like we have, like we are. And it's a love story in looking at the planet, these colors, the cinematography, and storytellers that have seen the planet from space. They can tell stories about the planet. And I think Will Smith ties it all in, but it's a beautiful, beautiful love story. So if you love something, you'll take care of it. And so hopefully we'll get more people to love our planet.
What a way to...
Well, and to see it in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Truly.
From the microscopic to the macroscopic and just beautifully done.
And from outer space as well. Here, let's let's share with our audience what you saw and what so many others see in this beautiful planet of ours. Here's a look at the trailer.
There's so much activity, and our planet is right in the middle of it.
I really wish that everyone could see the world the way that I've had a chance to see it.
The strangest place in the whole universe might just be right here.
You have outer space, you have inner space, you have Will Smith. I'd watch him paint my house. I mean, if that was the case. I just love Will. Right. He's so fascinating. But what really is what you say, if everybody watches this, they will walk away with a different perspective or relationship to the planet that we live on. And how so?
So when I looked at the planet from space, it gave me this cognitive shift in my head that made me, I was going around the planet every 90 minutes. 17,500 miles per hour, breaking bread with people we used to fight against, the Russians and the Germans. And if we can live and work together in space and view the planet that way, we can do the same thing down here. One race, the human race.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got to bring it together.
Yeah, from up there, it's such a smaller place.
Exactly.
And it's beautiful. And it's like you're flying over places where there's wars, Afghanistan, Iraq. And
how fast are we talking?
17,500 miles per hour.
Wow.
You're cranking.
Wait a minute.
And you're floating while you're cranking.
Okay, now I just need to know this. So because you're up there and you're floating, is your face going like this or no?
No, because everything's moving together.
Like
when you're driving 100 miles an hour in your car and you're not making a turn.
Yeah.
You're just, it feels like you're just...
And it doesn't even feel like it's 100 miles
Just
an
don't
hour.
roll the window down, stick your head out.
Yeah, don't stick your head out.
Does it feel like 17,000 miles per hour?
The acceleration going to space is 3 Gs through your body, and then once you get there and the engine stop, everything's just floating. And so you don't feel like you're
moving at all.
And so quiet.
Beautiful quiet.
So Speaking of quiet, you suffered an injury early on in your life that could have kept you back from even being an astronaut, and that's you had major loss of hearing. But you say your brain completely just kind of reprogrammed itself and healed itself.
Right. I was in a training accident, and I lost all my hearing. I came out, and for about 3 weeks, I was completely deaf. And the doctor said, you'll never fly in space. They operated, they looked around, couldn't find anything. And then my hearing started slowly coming back. I'm hearing impaired in this ear completely, and I have just the speaking frequencies in my right ear. But my body and my brain made me function again. And that's one of the things about our show, Awakening, my episode, is about how our brain has 86 billion neurons, trillions of connections that just figure it out over time.
Oh my gosh. Man. I could sit and listen to you talk for 2 hours
right,
and more.
Right. So nearly 600 hours in space, right? Back in 2008, you're part of a fantastic team of scientists and whatnot that went to the space station too and kind of plug all the parts together for the
Tinker Toys.
Tinker Toys,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And you say that actually working was such satisfaction for you to think like we have all these different people coming together and we just have to click, make this, and now it works.
Well, that paled in comparison. Once I installed that Columbus laboratory, that paled in comparison to what happened next. Peggy Whitson, the first female commander, invited us to have dinner in the Russian segment. She said, you guys bring the rehydrated vegetables, we'll have the meat. So we float over with this bag of vegetables, African-American, Asian-American, French, German, Russian, the first female commander, breaking bread at 17,500 miles per hour with people we used to fight against. And that's when I had that cognitive shift that I saw the planet in this way, working with people we used to fight against. And
All
that
breaking
changed-
bread.
Breaking bread.
Well, breaking freeze-dried bread, really.
Well, I mean, come on. It's still bread, right?
I feel like you put water in it, it's bread. I got
You gotta,
Make
use
it
your
complicated.
imagination.
Come on.
But, okay, so when you're flying and you're looking down on the Earth, what are you seeing?
We're flying over Virginia, my hometown. Our hometown,
Our
right?
hometown, love that, big VA.
And my parents are probably having a meal. And then 5 minutes later, we're over Paris where Leo Earhart's his family's probably eating. And Yuri's looking over to Russia where his family's probably eating. And it's just surreal.
So 5 minutes from Virginia to Russia.
yeah.
Or to Paris.
Yeah, just a little, a little jaunt.
I think
5 or 6,
I
but who's
think
counting?
this is so due because there's been many documentaries out there about planet Earth or whatever, but the love letter component to this, that this is where we live and this is what we need to learn to love.
Love
not
and take
damage
care
her.
of.
Yeah.
And do it together.
I just read that that big blob of plastic floating in the ocean.
my
is
God, the
twice
gyres.
size.
I can't
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
Like we have to do better. We can do better.
No, we can do
We
better.
can do better.
We can.
Come together, One Strange Rock. Check it out.
Yes,
You are
thank you so much.
phenomenal.
Leland also has a
Thank you.
memoir out. It's called Chasing Space. By the way, that includes a lot of STEM experiments to excite those future scientists in your work.
STEAM.
STEAM.
Add the
Sorry,
arts.
STEAM.
Add
You
the
guys,
arts.
you don't forget the
Yeah,
arts.
which is science, technology, engineering, arts,
and math. You got it.
More information at hallmarkchannel.com. Connect with Leland on his website. You better go quick because he travels at 17,000
Very
miles.
fast. You might not catch him. You guys stick around. Shirley's up next.
Did you know that not all flowers grow from the ground? Next, I'm going to show you how to make beautiful plate flowers and garden art.